guys, I am in Nice. It is literally day one. I'm actually really glad to be here. I feel like the vibes are way better. People in my room, bit questionable, but anyways, I've checked into the hostel. The hostel's really nice. I've had a good breakfast, and I think for day one I'm literally just gonna head around town, walk to the beach, just kind of have a little look, and then I can make my plan from there with all my day trips and stuff like that. Had way too much coffee. I literally feel out of breath. I still haven't transferred all the footage over from my last SD card onto my laptop, so I'm using my G7X SD card. But like I said, we're just gonna head out, explore the town, and I'm gonna take you with me. Let's go. Okay, baddies, walking down the main street that's got the tram tracks on it. It's quite nice. It's like very hot, but it's like very dry. In Barcelona it was a lot more humid and it felt a lot more like Gold Coast summer, but this is quite nice. So even though it's really hot, I'm not feeling like sticky and wet and sweaty. I'm just feeling like nice and dry, which I love. There's quite a few French crackheads though, which I'm a bit shocked by. There was one that was literally fighting with a kid, but the kid just kept yelling back at him and the crackhead ran off and the kid won. That was actually really cool to see. So far, good vibes. Malma, it is in fact hot, but like I said, way better than Barcelona. I think I'm almost at the beach now, and this area is pretty cool. I don't know what it's called, but I have seen it on TikTok. I didn't actually realize this was here. I definitely can feel myself getting a tan. I did put sunscreen on because I didn't want to fry myself on day one, but it's good. Can't complain. I guess I'll update later. I don't really know what else to say. Girlies, I am at, I think it's called like Castle or something. I really don't know. I've kind of just walked along the beach up to the hill. It is so hot in the sun. It's obviously like very beautiful, very good summer weather, but it is a lot. And I think it would be so much better if I was at the beach having a swim. So I've decided I'm probably going to go to the beach, but I think I might not go to a little bit later. I think I might go back to the hostel, and I think I might upload my YouTube video. I just actually have to upload it and get it all ready, do the thumbnail, and then I might come back to the beach because it looks beautiful. That's my plan for today. But I actually also wanted to do my little story time for when I was on the train. Basically, I had to take 3 trains from Barcelona. The first one was from Barcelona Sants to Narbonne, and then the next one was from Narbonne to Marseille, and then from Marseille to Nice. The first train went fine, got off at Narbonne, no issues, but my next train delayed by 35 minutes. Unfortunately, I was going to miss my next train to Nice, but thank God, only the first 2 trains required a reservation. The one to Nice, you didn't need one. I could just get straight onto the next one. There was one running every hour. It was just a little bit unfortunate. I got on the train, like I said, it was delayed about 35-40 minutes, and then while I was on the train it got delayed an extra hour. It was an hour and a half late to Marseille, and not only that, my carriage was the only carriage where the aircon was broken, so we were going in 38-degree temperatures and it was so hot. We were literally sweating. I had my fan out the entire train ride, and they opened up the windows and gave us free water to kind of compensate. It was just not the teas. I was trapped on there for about 4.5 hours and it was really fucking rough. But then I got off at Marseille, waited about 20 minutes, got into the train to Nice, and that one was beautifully aircon and I could just read my books, and I finished Empire of Storms, which is so good. Let's just say there was a rough start to my time here in Nice. We're saying I'm liking it more than Barcelona so far, and it's very beautiful. The weather's gorgeous. It's not too hot, like it's not humid, it's just like very hot in the sun, if that makes sense. I reckon I just need some chill time in the hostel, upload my video, maybe start on the Paris one, transfer some files across, and that should be that. So we'll see you in just a second. All right, y'all, we are back down at the beach. This time I'm actually going in. I'm so excited. Hopefully the water's cold. What do we think? Do we like down there? It's a little bit on the bank, but I feel like it's not too bad a spot. I'm not gonna lie, I was taking my pants off and I accidentally put my foot down too fast as I was taking a leg out, and I tripped myself and literally fell over, but it's okay. I'm sitting on the rocks. It actually doesn't hurt too much. I thought it was gonna be really painful. I'm not gonna wear my Birks into the water. I absolutely could. I just don't want to accidentally lose them, and I'm pretty close, so it's not too much of a walk. I'm set up and I think I have a pretty good spot. I picked this bit because obviously it's near the water, but it's also a little bit flat and it's kind of around people, so I feel like there's less chance of like theft. Like I'm sure that's fine here in Nice. I know it's always an issue anywhere, like even in Australia there's always a chance, but I feel like this is kind of like a safe-ish spot. It's near the water. I can like keep an eye on it. I'm gonna go for a really quick swim, see how the water feels, and then once I'm done I will dry off and probably put some sunscreen on. Okay, hello buddies. First of all, I always forget that I bring this microphone with me and that I can literally just use it. I decided to do it today because I'm at the beach. There's a bit of noise, a bit of waves crashing, a bit of people talking. That water might have healed me. It was a really interesting mix of hot and cold. Like I first hopped in and it was really warm, and then I get like these like caresses of like coldness up my body. Sorry, this sounds a little bit sexual. I just get like these waves of like ice coldness, and then like it would go back to warm and stuff, and it would just kind of change between. So it's like a really nice mix. I actually really liked it. I think it healed me. It truly did. And also like the rocks on the beach, not that bad. Like laying on them, not a big deal. Getting out of the water because it's like a little bit of a hill, a little bit more challenging. Although Crocs would be really ideal because you can put them in sport mode. I did put some extra sunscreen on my face as well because obviously I went for a swim. I was going to go again, but I'm actually feeling really content. Like the water was beautiful, but I'm happy just sitting here tanning for a bit, and then I think once I'm done I'll just go back to the hostel and have a shower. Not gonna lie, I was having this realization before. I was thinking about how I'm like here alone at the beach, and I was like, oh, like I remember when going to the beach by myself would literally like make me want to cry. Like I couldn't even go to Kmart because I was so anxious and I felt like everyone was watching me and judging me, and now I'm here like vlogging on the beach on my own in Nice in the south of France on the other side of the world, which I also went all on my own, and I've traveled 4 different places so far on my own, and no one's been with me, and No one's helped me and no one's planned it for me and no one's booked anything for me, and I've done it all on my own, and I'm here right now and I don't feel anxious and I feel really good. And obviously there are times during this trip where I have been anxious, and that's totally normal, as I've mentioned. Just like sitting here and just enjoying it and just thinking like, wow, like I really did this, and there's still so much more to do. I'm only like 2 weeks into a 12-week trip, and I'm just like, wow, like I am so powerful. I can do this shit, and I'm so proud of myself because I went through a period where I thought I never could and I didn't think I'd be able to, and yet here I am. Feels good, feels really nice, and the sun's come out again. I'm probably just going to relax for a bit longer. Like I said, I will probably just end up leaving and going back to the hostel. Maybe I will go for another swim before I leave. I just don't want to put clothes on when I'm wet, especially because I'm wearing denim, so I feel like that's just not going to be a good situation. And I'm feeling grateful and I'm feeling good. And one of my friends from Paris gets here tomorrow, and then we've booked a snorkeling trip on the 18th, and then we're also going to Monte Carlo and stuff together. So it'd be nice having like a friend, because like I said, I haven't had the best luck so far this trip with friends in my hostel room, so hopefully moving forward it gets a little bit better. We will see, but I'm happy to be in Nice. It's much more my speed compared to Barcelona. Bonjour baddies, I'm back again with my gorgeous microphone. Of course, I may as well use it because the audio is so much better. Like, I don't mind the DJI mic, but I find, especially with a lot of my other videos, it'll just be really quiet. And I did have my settings on front and not all, so I know that changed it. I haven't actually listened back to like my Paris audio when I changed it back, so I'm hoping it's not too bad. But I thought I may as well just use the mic. Like, I'm literally on the train, no one else is on it. But we're heading to Cairns today, Cairns and Antibes. We're on the train at the moment in the first class cabin. This time around there's only one first class cabin. It doesn't really matter. Last time the train was a little bit different and it had a few first class carriages, maybe like 3 or 4. This time it's only the one. It's about 9:15 at the moment. The train leaves in about 10 minutes. I've had a nice big breakfast. I literally felt like sick from how much I ate, which seems to be a reoccurring theme. When I first started this trip, I was like, oh my god, I'm gonna lose so much weight. So I'm intrigued to see if I actually do lose weight. Like, I might lose muscle mass, but I've been eating good. Even though I've only been eating like 2 meals a day, I've been doing like 25,000 steps a day. Thankfully, after yesterday, I'm not sunburnt, so I'm feeling ready to take on the day. I'm excited to go for a bit of a swim. Cairns has sand beaches apparently, or maybe not like sand that I'm used to, but just like not big rocks. I was hoping to maybe walk from Cairns to Antibes, but if it is a little bit long, I'll just take the train. And the other good thing as well is that this is included on my Euro pass, so I'm not having to buy extra tickets. Obviously there's no seat reservations. I can just add it to my pass and hop straight onto the train, and that's that. So that's essentially what is happening today. I will see you in Cairns, babes. I forgot to update, but I'm literally in Cairns, lol. It's warm. It's about 10:15. I went for like a little walk down the beach. I was tempted to actually go straight into the water, but I feel like it's a little bit early. No beef with getting in because, like I said, it's quite hot. I think first I'm going to go to the castle that's up on the hill, just do a walk, get out of the way, then go for a swim, dry off, and probably go to Antibes. A little walk around Antibes, go for a swim, and then I think go back to the hostel. It's just very hot. Obviously, I just don't want to get sunburned, but with a little bit of sun safety, I think we'll be okay. But this like red carpet thing, I saw pictures of it on TikTok. I assume they host events here. I don't really care, but it's something to look at. I wonder how long the line would get in like the middle of the day, because it's already really long. Like, I would not bother waiting. I also just don't care, so that's probably why. What's going on? Hello baddies. We're at the beach in Cairns. I'm actually about to leave. I just went and had a shower just to wash the salt water off of me, and then I'm going to put some more sunscreen on, get dressed, and head to Antibes. I forget how good like a beach day is. It's just been so nice, like especially when you're walking around and you're all sweaty and you're just like feeling kind of shit, you know, when you're like just really hot and just not feeling it, and then you just go to the beach, wash off, and it's like all the sweat's gone, all the like exhaustion's gone, you can just relax. It has been so good. That's kind of the vibe that I've been feeling. I'm not really sure what I want to do in Antibes. I don't really feel like going for another swim, I don't think, because it's been so good here that I don't really know if I feel like doing it again. You know, there's like a lot of nice places like Billionaire's Bay. I just don't know if I can be bothered trekking, and especially because I've already like been out in the sun for a while, I'm kind of like ready to just sit in the aircon and just like relax. Tomorrow I got my snorkeling tour, so I don't want to get too burnt. It's been good, needed, and also I'm so glad this beach has sand, not like the one in Nice where it's literally pebbles, although that wasn't as bad as I thought. Just having like actual sand and not rocks, so much better. We are slaying the house down boots. I think that's it. Anyways, might see you in Antibes. Bye. Guys, the French stare is so real. Literally in the span of like 5 minutes, 2 French guys were just staring at me. I don't know if they want to be me, if they're trying to like be all judgmental. Like, I couldn't tell you. They love to stare. Crazy work. Okay, y'all, I made it to Antibes, and I'm leaving Antibes. Honestly, it's actually quite pretty. It's got this like really big wall around it. It's got this really big pretty Riviera with like all these yachts. It's got a castle on the hill. It's got like everything you would think when you think south of France. You got castles, you got old city vibes, you've got yachts, money. It's got it all. And also the beach is actually really pretty. It's like a nice little cove. It's against like that city wall. It's a vibe. Like, I've just had too much sun today. I've reached my limit. I could go for a swim and that would feel nice. I'm just not in the mood to actually like be out in the sun anymore. So I've decided the best course of action will in fact be to go back to my hostel and sit in the aircon and have a cold shower. Probably do some editing because I haven't done any since I got here. I feel like I need to make it more of a priority to actually actively create my vlogs and edit them. For some reason, this keeps drifting off to the side. She's got a lazy eye. I don't know why she's doing that. Girly pops, we have done our snorkeling day. Maddie is here next to me. She doesn't want to be on camera. She's just around. I promise she's real. I spoke about her this morning. No, not really. Actually, I haven't even vlogged this morning. I was not in the mood. Basically, I had a really bad night last night because the new girls in my hostel were kind of shit. And I had shit girls before that. So I was not feeling very good last night. So I didn't vlog. I didn't even know what I did. What did I do yesterday? I went to Cairns, came back, walked around, went to the shop, got some food. It was just like a sandwich and like a Lipton iced tea. And then tried to find somewhere to sit. But in France, there's nowhere to sit. So we managed to find a bench in the shade, mind you. That's like impossible to find here. And we're about to eat some sandwiches we got from the boulangerie. I'm going to show you now. Yes, it's wrapped, I know, but I only have 2 hands. Here's Maddie's. There we go. You see that? Boulangerie. See, I told you she's real. She's just a hand. It's me.
It's me, hi.
That's just like my other hand. But yeah, so we're going to eat these. But the snorkeling day was really good. The water was like a little bit cold towards the end, but like it was really refreshing. The sun was beautiful. I'm very salty right now. Like literally my skin is like tight and fried from the salt in the ocean. But there were lots of fish. Apparently an octopus. Didn't see it, but allegedly the diving instructor was trying to fish it out from a rock. He had balls, that man. He literally had his fingers in that like crevice of the rocks and he's like, yeah, there's an octopus. And I'm like, okay, I would not be sticking my fingers in there. Thank you. So we're kind of just doing this. And then I don't know what's happening. Maddie was maybe going to go to the beach. I am probably just gonna like fart around. Hopefully the evil girls have checked out of the hostel, so I'll just have the room to myself. Tomorrow we were probably gonna go to Monte Carlo and stuff. That's gonna be a whole day out, so I don't want to like tire myself. But it's been really good here, so I guess we'll see where we end up. I will check in a little bit later. DV poops, bye. Bonjour baddies, it's literally my last day here in Nice and I'm actually really sad because Nice has been really nice, much more my vibe to Barcelona. It is just like super clean, super slay. We're at the beach right now. The sound of the rocks getting pulled out to sea by the waves is so gorgeous. I don't think you can actually hear it with this mic, but take my word for it. We've had a nice day. Me and Maddie went to Monte Carlo, which was really nice, really pretty, very bouge. Like I think if you had a yacht and like $1 billion, it would definitely be like a dream destination. But for us, it was kind of like, yeah, nice, really hot, really like just hot. Really, there wasn't really much to do, but I'm glad that we went. Glad we checked it out. That's another country to tick off the list, period. And then we went up to a place called Menton. Menton was actually really nice. Unfortunately, it is a bit overcast today and the water was green. Don't know why, don't know how. It was green. We still got in though and it was still really nice, but it was a little bit like off-putting, I would say. But the city itself, really beautiful. Like such pretty buildings. Like we went to the spot that you see on like Pinterest and all that, and it gave a lot and it gave everything that I needed it to for my last day. And now we're having some food. We went to Montprix and I got a biscuit, I got like a little sub and I got this drink, but it's in a can, so that's kind of slave. But we're just enjoying this because I leave tomorrow and I'm going to Milan and I'm so excited because that means I'm getting even closer to Switzerland and I get to go to Lake Como. But like it's just been really nice. It's a little bit sad when you have to say goodbye and you have to move on. We're getting close to 3 weeks now. Can you believe it? Like literally once I get to Milan and finish that off, it's been 3 weeks since I've been here and I'm so grateful, but it's just like kind of crazy the more I think about it. We'll have our little night swim, eat our food here and just kind of relax. I would have loved to see a sunset, but unfortunately I see nothing, just greyness. At least it's kind of cooled down a little bit. Buongiorno. I am currently in Italy. I'm at a station called Ventimiglia on my way to Milan. There's no one around me at the moment and I can kind of just wrap up this vlog. Nice provided what I needed. Nice was kind of just like my relaxing like beach getaway type vibe. I did go on day trips. I did still do a lot. Like I need to work on doing nothing. But also I'm here on a trip and I have an agenda and there's certain things that I want to see and I don't want to just like sit in my hostel all day. Like I could just do that at home, so why bother going if I'm not going to do anything? It was a really, really good trip. Obviously I did see Maddie again, which was nice. I did have a little bit of misfortune with people in my hostel dorm. At the end of the day, I got over it. There were mostly just the 2 girls that were a little bit shit and then the other people were just not very social. I think I've learned that honestly sometimes antisocial and quiet is actually an awesome thing. Like I definitely prefer it when people are a bit more friendly. Like I love when I'm in a room full of Aussies and we can just like chat a little bit. Like it doesn't have to be a full in-blown conversation. We don't have to hang out every day, but just being like, oh hey, like how are you, like how was your day, and just kind of like learning each other's names and that kind of thing, like getting a little bit acquainted with each other. That's what I like the most in Paris, is that I could come in and I pretty much knew everyone in my room. I was just like, oh hey, like how's it going, like what did you do today, was it good, like do you recommend it? I remember when Maddie went to Versailles, I was like, how did you get there? Because I was going to use my Eurail pass and go to a different station and she's like, no, you can just use your metro ticket, which we actually found out you need to buy a separate ticket and apparently you can get a fine. It lets you through the gate anyway with the normal metro ticket. I don't know, it worked for me, but just so you know, apparently you need a different ticket for the RER train. But it's just like helpful and it makes you feel a little bit less alone, whereas when you're in a room full of strangers and no one's acknowledging you, no one wants to say hi, it can definitely make you feel a bit isolated, except not only that, you're isolated in a room full of strangers compared to just being like isolated in a hotel room by yourself, which I would prefer because then I can vlog and do whatever I want on my own time. Back to Nice, it was still really, really good. I'm hoping Milan will be just as good. I'm leaving on a really good day because it's actually very overcast and it's starting to storm. It was starting to rain a tiny bit last night, so I'm hoping when I get to Milan it'll be out of the range and clear blue skies again. I'm so excited to see Lake Como and so many other things, and then I'm off to Switzerland, which is honestly, as I think I've said before, like the thing that I'm most excited for on this trip. Obviously there's so much that I'm excited for. There's so many places that I really want to see and that I can't wait to see. Switzerland has been really high on my list of places to visit, so I can't believe that I'm finally going to go. I'm spending 5 nights in Interlaken and I cannot wait to share. But first, Milano. Thank you guys for watching, and like I said, come along if you want to see me in Milan. Vlog coming very soon, and I'll see you guys next time. See ya. SD card speed slow, shooting may stop. What does that mean?